Stan Gibilisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1, GV, Whiskey 1, Good Vibrations. Someone recently asked me a technical question, and I'd like you to provide some answers because I'm not 100% certain that my knowledge is correct, what I have of it, regarding this type of antenna. It's called a fan dipole. Fan as in Frank, Alpha, November. Well, Foxtrot, Alpha, November then, all right? Or a fanned dipole. What you do is, it's a multi-band antenna, and you take a dipole for each band that you want to use, one dipole for each band cut to a half a wavelength from end to end, fed at the center, and then you connect all the feed points together. The left-hand side feed point, connect them all together, and the right-hand side feed points, you connect them all together, preferably to a balun and then to coaxial feed line. So you have a bunch of dipole antennas essentially connected in parallel for different frequencies. Say, well, they can be harmonically related, or maybe they aren't. Maybe you want to operate on 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10 meters. So you cut a dipole for each one of those bands, connect them all together at the feed point so that you have all these dipoles in parallel. Then presumably, if you trim the antenna for resonance at each frequency in each band that you want to use, you'll have a multi-band dipole. That's called a fanned dipole. Have you found that a fanned dipole for multi-band operation works as well as however many individual dipoles cut for only one band that you want to use? So in this case, how many dipoles did I mention? 5 of them? So you'd need 5 different dipoles with 5 different baluns, 5 different lengths of coaxial line running all the way down to your antenna, and then presumably you'd either interchange them out manually at the radio, or you'd use some kind of coaxial switch. We've been there before, eh? Have any of you ever done such a thing, used such an antenna? And if you have, how did it work? Did it seem as effective as individual dipoles for each band? And in the theoretical department, if it is or is not just as good as an individual dipole for each band and on each band, why is it just as good, or why not? What do you think? Have at it, because that one's a little bit over my head. I suspect that they would be pretty much just as good altogether as they would separately, and a lot cheaper. But I don't know that. Theoretically, it seems that it'd be all right. There would be interactions sometimes with resonances on multiple bands, different impedances and radiation resistances connected together with reactances connected together. It's just immensely complicated when you make a fanned dipole as making individual dipoles. But does this complication actually have any effect on the performance of the antenna? So, up and away, have at me, Stan Gibilisco, W1GV, saying 73 and so long, which, regardless of antenna type, in my native fist, always translates to da-da-da-da-da-da.